Hello folks, Wolfenja here bringing you another nerdy video. I decided to take a small break from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I've been playing it for about nearly 8 hours at this point, and I wanted to give my honest thoughts on the game so far. So this is my opinion and review of the game after playing 8 hours of it. Now, mind you, I did a lot. I tried doing what they called world events, and I explored the world, and I did. I'm on chapter 4 of the story. Here we go. There are aspects of this game that are really, really good. The combat feels really fun. I like the way you learn abilities. I like how I'm not being saturated with equipment. Like every time I get a new item, it feels significant because I know it's not one of many. It's there's not many like it. I feel like each of the because of the less items there are, each item feels a bit more handcrafted. So there's going to be more uniqueness. Whereas opposed to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, one of my favorite armor sets was the snake armor set. But there's a lot of other armor sets that look like it, just different color scheme. So I feel like there's going to be less of that. So that's a big win for this game. That is a huge win for this game. Another big win is the fact that your helmet, whatever you're wearing, shows up in cutscenes. That is a huge win for me because I like that little extra detail. I always hate it in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now, mind you, they remove it when it makes sense in this game. Like if the cutscene had your character being very relaxed, they often so far they haven't had him wear his helmet. The only thing I will say that does bother me is when you reload into your save, it defaults to hiding your helmet. That's the default setting. So you have to go into your inventory every time to unhide your helmet. I like the fact that you can pull up the hood of your cloak. I loved it. I love that manualness to it. I love the way they changed the auto traveling of your horse and of your ship. I really that's like the ship one is a big plus. I really like it, and I like the conversations. I love the atmosphere of the world. So far, the world that I've been in has felt a little bit empty, but it's the north. It's hard. It's they made it very clear that they're not getting enough food, so therefore that's the reason why they go to England. They made that clear in the trailers and whatnot. So that's not too surprising. And also, I love the combat. The combat is so visceral. It's so brutal. It's what you expect from a Viking. So, unfortunately, there are negatives that I need to express because I'm not just going to praise this game without acknowledging its faults. One of its biggest faults is the spawn rate. I was given a what could be constitute a side quest. It basically is. There was a Viking woman who's a huntress, and she asked me to pick up 3 reindeer antlers. I have now killed 20 of them. So now there were times where I had to reload a save or I got killed, so I had to reload. So, but the grand total I've killed roughly has been 20 plus. Right? They're hard to find because unlike previous Assassin's Creed games, you can't use your bird to easily spot them, and nor can you use your pulse activation thing like you could in Odyssey. So finding them is significantly harder. And then secondly, I've now killed, as I said, about 20 of them, and total, I've only received 4 of them. Now, again, that's across multiple saves, so I lost several of them. I'm back down to 1. I'm back down to having only 1 reindeer antler, which is infuriating. Because and here's the thing, folks, that took me 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours to get done. That is ridiculous. And now here's another thing: there's no quest log for it. there is a quest section. When you pause the game, there is a quest section. However, there's no filters, there's no anything. It just says it gives you a region, suggested power 1. You expand the quest list. So far, it's only been showing the main story quests. Right? Now, and I walked up to these things that are on the world map. There's icons on the world map that somewhat give me the sense of side quests. These are world events. I go up to them. My character agrees to help out. Like right now, when I'm about to take this break, your character has agreed to play along with these kids being Vikings, raiders. I'm given, and I've also apparently agreed to find this person who's apparently a deserter who is being threatened. Like the person's apparently a deserter. No quest log. There's nothing. I have to remember that. Oh yeah, this person said that this person was a deserter and they went off into the mountain or something. I forgot. I forgot where he apparently gets lost in. I have no way to find that location. No way. Because the woman won't talk to me again. The kid won't talk to me. The other kids ran off when I was distracted by something on my phone, and now I don't know where I'm supposed to. Like this other kid's following me. I have no idea where I'm supposed to go now. So Ubisoft needs to make an update. They need to bring back other tabs of quest logs. Now I get that some people found it annoying in Assassin's Creed Odyssey about the volume of side quests and how filled your quest log could be. Well, here's the thing. There's a reason why that type of quest log system exists, is so that players can keep track of stuff. We have now no means of keeping track of this stuff, and it is infuriating for me to try. Like, I want to experience these little side stories. I loved how Eivor is like, like he plays into it with the kids, like he plays along for the children, and I want to explore that now. But here's the thing: I don't know where to go for it because there's no quest log or anything for it. So that, for me, that really hurts this game. It really, really hurts it. Because it means then, like, I get it, they're trying to go back to the way the previous Assassin's Creed games were, where there's more of a focus on the central story. And I get that. And I'm all for that. But that doesn't mean you need to shaft the other aspects of the game that in some people's that I know plenty of people who enjoy the side quests in Odyssey, and they felt really good because like the quest chains were actually really interesting. For example, the quest chain where you help someone get citizenship in Athens, that was fun. There's the descendant of Odysseus. You meet her at this before you leave Catalonia. She was a prisoner. She's a descendant. Odysseus. I can't remember her name, but yeah, you run into her again, and then that leads into another chain of side quests. So that is fun, and it's really enjoyable. And I feel like they're doing something similar with this game, except we're not going to be able to keep track of it. So one, they need to add like the two things that they really need to add to this game is when it comes to quests, or events or whatever they call them, where you need to get specific animal parts or specific things, increase the spawn rate of that object, or increase the number of things that drop the object so that you have a bigger chance of getting it. It's either that or make it so that we can track them using the bird. Bring back that type of system from Assassin's Creed Origins or Odyssey. That was a really useful thing. Second, you really need to add a goddamn side quest or world event tracker to this. Like, they had so many tabs in Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Origins for it. They had the main story, the main Odyssey. They had add-ons, they had side quests, they had contracts and bounties and world things. They had all of that. Like, is it so like I'm gonna actually pick up my phone and show you. Like, look at all the empty space that they could be making use of for tabs. You know, like there's a whole empty space that they could use for the purposes of these tabs, so we can keep track of this stuff. But they don't. I even checked the world map just to be like, oh my god, is there a way to track this? No, there isn't. On the world map, there's literally only B for back, place A for place object, X hold X for remove all markers, legend, and reset. That is it. So now, does this make the game unplayable? No, it doesn't. It does not. Like I said, I've been playing the game for now about 8 hours, and that took about 2 to 3 hours of my playtime. And it could have been, and so like the game's still playable, but it seriously needs to be patched because that is just ridiculous. I've now done two, maybe three of those things now, and there was no means of tracking it. It's just good luck to you. So the solidly, I'll give the game 7 to 8 out of 10. Solid 7 to 8 out of 10. It would definitely, if they fixed the things that I said, I can definitely see it being a 9. I've yet to see the rest of England, so by the end of the game, I would probably maybe give it the 10 if it deserved it. But it could, if they fix these issues, I could definitely see it being a solid 8 or 9 out of 10. I would want to hear the person's reasons if they gave it anything less than an 8. 8 is the lowest I would go if they fix these issues. But yeah. This is Wolf and Ninja. Sign out. May the force be with you. And remember, roll for initiative.